Excuse me. Oh, feeling old today. What's up, everybody? Oh, feeling old today. Hey, Deb. What's up, Don? Can everybody hear me okay? Just gotta do a little mic check. Okay, good. So this will be the first time I've thrown in 4 days, 3 or 4 days. Yeah. I've had other shit going on. I've been working on my truck. So do some cold throwing here, warm up a little bit, I guess. Biden or Trump? I don't get political on social media. Alienates my audience, you know. I need all the people I can get. Well, one half of you guys are idiots. Let me say that.
Oh, God love you, baby.
I don't have a topic for tonight's video. It's been storming here all day. There's some storms just south of us. So, you know, the Wi-Fi may go out. So there's, you know, may have to deal with that later. But yeah, I don't really have a topic. I'm just gonna do some throwing and we'll figure it out from there. But a guy last week suggested that I give my credentials before the video or my accolades or whatever. And I don't know, it just seems really douchey to do that, to name off, you know, everything that I've won or whatever. You know, I've done a lot of it. You name it, I've probably done it, but it's just really douchey to me to keep talking about it all the time. If you're good at something, you don't got to constantly keep telling everybody about it all the time in all your videos. Name in each video, whatever, all the time. Shut up. Where's my file? I got a burr. Ooh, I got a good burr there. That's the only bad thing with these fullers. The fuller's great for finger placement, but if you smack it, it's just a thin edge right there. If you smack it, see that one right there? That's a good one. But as long as you keep the file around, it's no big deal. Another thing I suggest, especially if you're throwing with stainless knives, which these are 440C, not 440A. They're a little more durable, but you need to check them, especially the spine side where you put your finger. You can really ruin you'll ruin your throwing session if you don't check your knives, because those burrs can go deep, man, deep. So all knives, if you smack them against each other, regardless of what kind of steel it is, will burr, but stainless will burr just a little bit more.
You you have one request tonight, and this gentleman's been looking forward to it all day. Mr. Don Holtley would like to see you throw a meat cleaver.
Oh, definitely, dude. Definitely. I'm assuming that you know I have a lot of meat cleavers. I got a whole wall right there. As a matter of fact, I got custom throwing cleavers. I got real meat cleavers from the 1940s. Another antique cleaver. But the ones that throw the absolute best are just the cheap $20 Winco. You can get them off of Amazon. I searched on Amazon. I got them years and years and years ago from a friend of mine, Drew Masor, and they throw beautifully, beautifully. It's like throwing I like to think about it as throwing a vertical frisbee, because it's just like it's almost like a sail, but it cuts through the air. Not a sail sideways, if that makes sense. But yeah, I'll show you guys. So like I said, I've had these for a very long time, and they're cheap. This is the brand right there, Winco. You can find this one, and I have a heavier one. Same brand, both Winco. This one is much thicker. This one's almost a 1/4 inch. This one's 1/8 inch wide, but this one's much heavier. These I like so much better. They're a lot lighter. They're easier to manipulate. These are pretty gnarly, and you'd be surprised. They're harder to stick than you think, depending on the target you have, because smacking that whole face like you do an axe, at those axe throwing bars, they don't want to stick very well, depending on the target. If you have a fresh target, they stick well. If you have a target where it's all chopped up from throwing no spin and stuff, and all those fibers are crisscrossed, this doesn't penetrate very well unless you stick the tip. The big difference between WATL and WKTL, the stuff you see on ESPN, which is boring, they try to stick the whole face, be it a hatchet, an axe, whatever they're throwing, or even knives. They're throwing knives like hatchets. What we try to do, and you get better penetration and it's just cooler, is if you stick the point. So if you can stick the point or the front edge kind of, it'll stick a lot better. But I'll show you the difference here. These spin quicker because they're short and they're compact. Oh, and the other thing I wanted to say, these have got wooden handles. I took grip tape years and years ago. This is probably 2015, 2014, something like that. And I wrapped the handles, and they're cheap. They will break, they will explode. So I've always been very picky with who I let throw these. And not just that, how I throw them. I'm not trying to just do trick shots with these all the time. Only things I do with these is stuff that I know how to do, so I know I'm not gonna be whacking the handle, because they will explode. I have 4 of them. One of them, the handle's exploded, and I've been meaning to replace that, but I have 3, that was loud, that they're 10 years old now, so knowing how to throw something makes it last a lot longer, like that tie light that I have. I would assume that someone that's new to throwing would explode that tie light pretty quick as well. So we'll go ahead and throw the heavy one first. We're going to throw from 2 spin from about 5 meters. Okay, let's over-rotate a little bit. Like I said, they spin quick. I wasn't quite as far up on the line as I needed to be. I was just trying it out. I know I'm going to stick this one. And I don't know if you guys can hear that sound, but it's one of the most satisfying, glorious sounds. It's cutting through the air. If it's nice and quiet, you might be able to hear it, but I'll try to throw the thick one again. That one makes a little bit of a sound, but listen. Oh, can you guys hear that? The other thing you gotta be careful of is, I was testing my luck there, 1 knife per target. That will ensure that your handles last a lot longer as well. Knives without scales, handle scales, whatever, smack them into each other all day long, no big deal, they just get burrs. Knives with handle scales tend to be more expensive, and the scales are harder to replace, so you don't want to be smacking them together. But yeah, cleavers are among my favorites to throw for sure. I would probably throw these in competition if I could. I mean, they're not legal because of how big they are. And you can't really throw them from the blade that easy either. These are handle throwers only, in my opinion. I'll go left, right, bottom, right. Hopefully you guys can hear that. It sounds awesome. I'll move you guys up here a little bit, and we'll try a different. So I see a lot of people, different topic here. I see a lot of people posting trick shots, what they call trick shots. I guess everybody has a different perspective on that, what a trick shot is. In my opinion, a trick shot is something that is difficult to do, not easily repeated. So when people say underhand or behind the leg or under the leg, behind the back, all that stuff, like, is it a trick shot? I don't really know, but we're just gonna try out some different angles. Like I said, they spin quick, so I need to remember to be as close as possible, like to the 3 meter mark, and also follow through a lot. There's also like ice pick grip, or some people call it reverse grip. They spin even quicker that way. Now see, I could just move closer. I'm overspinning those a little bit. I could just move closer, but I'm always sticking to my guns about not stepping over that 3 meter mark, because I compete and I don't want to, I want to give myself bad habits by snapping my wrist too much. They're still spinning fast that way. Alicia, can you grab me a beer, please? Mm-hmm. Alicia's my moderator again. Keep you guys in check. I earned the right to brag. Thanks, James. It just seems, I don't know. What's up, Northbound and Panlet? How's it going, dude? Well, you said it, not me.
Okay.
For shits and giggles, let's go back here and throw some 3-spin with these bad boys, because these things are fun. Let's see if I give you a good shot here. Let me get a little drinky poo. Oh, you're welcome, Don. I'm happy to entertain. You know, I've got so many different throwing implements, and I've learned how to throw so many different ways over the years. It's kind of nice to have people suggest that kind of stuff to me, because I don't always think about it. Cheers. Okay, so yeah, 3-spin with these is so satisfying. Yeah, they're so dirty. take a bullseye. Oh! Now see, that was a bullseye, but it hit flat like this. So there's just so much surface area, and I haven't sharpened these things in a long time. They are thin. They're very thin. That was just, I should have just thrown it better, honestly. I just needed to rotate it just a little bit more to get that point in there. We'll try that one again. A little better. A little off target, but yeah, that one's nice. Man, I wish I had a camera that you could see me from there, and I could show close-ups too. That'd be cool. An alternate close-up camera that Alicia could switch back and forth for me. That'd be pretty neat. I'm sure someone has that, right?
Shane Fields would like to know how long you've been throwing to get so good, roughly.
The short answer is 11 years. Short answer, 11 years. I've been competing that whole time professionally. But technically, I taught myself how to throw back in 2008. I was laid off, and I went to the local knife shop, and they had some books there and a bunch of throwing knives. I bought the books. I bought the Gil Hibben Knife Thrower's Guide, and I also got the Harry McAvoy Practical Knife Thrower's Guide. Yeah, Practical Knife Thrower's Guide. Anyway, so I taught myself the fundamentals from that, and then I didn't really throw again until about 2012, 2013, somewhere in there. And then I discovered, YouTube, and that there was tournaments and stuff, and then I went to my first tournament, and then, everything's been, just been doing it ever since. I just haven't stopped doing it, And I've been throwing almost daily that whole time. So.
For hours.
Hours and hours. Like, I didn't throw the past 3 or 4 days, but I've thrown so much in the past that that my fundamentals kind of stay there, So, well, while we're back here at 6 and 7 meters, instead of warming up properly, let's just go ahead and try some no spin cold. No spin 7 meters cold. That's, I don't know. We'll see. I've heard a lot of people say that throwing no spin past 20 feet is expert level. And I tend to agree. It's really difficult past 6 meters. Be throwing the 6 millimeter thick finger groove fuller, 8.5 inches of danger, available on deltaalpha.com. Use code FULLTANGCLAN for a discount on any purchase that you have on the whole website. There are over 150 different knife throwing designs on the website. Oh, by the way, I'm sponsored by Delta to Alpha. That's the website I just gave you. And Ace, the owner of Delta Alpha, is psyched that I've been doing these live videos, and he's authorized me to give away $100 every month for you guys to go and buy stuff off of the website. And I think that's damn generous of him. I'm very psyched on that. And we'll be doing that once a month starting next month. So I'm not sure which week it'll be, but I will announce it ahead of time so we can get a bunch of people watching. And yeah, I think that's, I don't know. I was just talking to him. I was going to give away some of the knives that I have, that he's given me to test. But he suggested that we just go ahead and give $100 away so you guys can go choose whatever you want. So I think that was pretty cool.
Can you shake it?
Okay. Oh. my wrist. So I'm starting to turn my wrist a little bit back here. I need to keep it straight. Not only that, I'm canceling it out so much the knives are kind of flying through the air like that, which is good for the technique. I'm just doing it too much so they don't have time to turn over. Seven meters is pretty difficult for not warming up. Of course, I could lob them in there, but lobbing them's not cool. Not as cool, sorry. Damn.
You may know what this means. I do not. It says, hey dude, can you make Doom Super Shotgun?
That's just a stupid comment.
Okay. You said it twice now.
I don't even know what that means technically. I mean, it might. I think Doom is a fucking video game, but
That's what I thought.
I missed one.
Oh, he's got a sad face, so he must be.
A Doom Super Shotgun? It's a fucking video game. Right?
I don't know.
Oh, there it is. Okay. So since I can hit 7, let me step back and I'll try to get back there. Spark. Damn, 7 meters is killing me.
All right, Ryan wants to know how many of your purpose-built throwing knives are stainless steel versus high carbon, and do you have a preference?
Good question. I'd say 95% of all of them are carbon. Some kind of carbon steel. 1095, 52-100, 1070, 1060, 1050, 52-160. We just started getting, since I've been sponsored by D2A, we started using stainless. It's just a little cheaper to produce. They're very resilient. They do not break if the heat treat's right. And they don't rust ever. So, all these guys want to get into these crazy steels and all these, these different heat treats and shit. It's a fucking throwing knife. It's a throwing knife. Like, unless it's this, this is a sharp knife that you can throw. This is the Baby Tooth by Jason Johnson. This has got a crazy good heat treat. It holds an edge forever. And it will not break under normal circumstances. So it's a throwing knife. It doesn't have to be that crazy, right? Damn. A little better.
So do you make the knives, or does your sponsor or your friend?
All the above. I've made some in the past, but making knives, I've kind of decided I do want to make knives eventually, but there's not a whole lot of money making knives and selling them. So I just kind of design them, send them off to Ace at D2A, and then he sends them out to get made from whoever. We have knives made by different people. For instance, this was my first design through D2A. This is the 8.5 inches of danger and 3/8 thick with the fuller. This one is 80 CRV2. This one was made by Prince Steel Knives. It's a very high-end knife. We also had some of the Fast Dashies. made at a machine shop in Canada. I have several different original Danger Dashy designs made by several different companies. I have a set made by Two Feathers Productions. Jason Johnson made me a set. Bushido, Pro Knife Thrower on Instagram. Foggy Forest made me another set. So I have knives from all different makers.
While you talk about Bushido, one of the gentlemen wanted to know the maker of that knife again, and I'm pretty sure it's...
The one I just showed?
Yeah.
So, yes. This is the Baby Tooth by Jason Johnson. I just started carrying it again. I stole the Ulti clip off of it for one of my other, my personal carry. I have several of these, and several sheaths. I had new sheaths made. And by the way, if you need sheaths made for this knife or any other knife, hit up my friend Oki, Keystone Sheaths on Instagram and Facebook. Keystone Sheaths. They're very, very affordable, very high quality stuff. All you got to do is buy an Ulti clip. The Ulti clip is this right here. This is the one I robbed off of the original Baby Tooth sheath. But yeah, I just went and got some more of these. These are excellent too. Ulti clip. They fit on almost anything. Good for gun holsters, knife sheaths, all kinds of stuff. Now what?
Tommy Hurst, the one that wanted to know the knife, he wants to know how many knives do you carry on a day-to-day basis, being you're pretty lethal with it.
Well,
and he just started like stripping off knives there.
I'm kind of weird. I carry no less than 3, most of the time 4.
Cool.
The one here, that's just straight up throwing knife. It's beefy. It does damage. Very pointy. Done many throwing videos with that. I can throw it straight through a chicken. I can throw it through Kevlar, t-shirts, milk jugs, whatever. But then in this pocket here, this is my kind of my utility knife pocket. This one here is just a Kershaw. I don't even know the name of this one. It was given to me by Joe Dara a few years ago. Whatever's in my left pocket is just kind of for opening boxes and whatnot. I usually swap that out for the Spyderco Civilian cold steel tie light, the 4-inch one. And then my right pocket is usually, for the past over 2 years, it's the Cold Steel Espada XL. It's starting to blow out all my jeans though. I need new jeans. Or the 6-inch tie light. I just got a brand new one of those, so I've been carrying that again. And then I just switched back to this, which I did carry this for probably a couple years until I got
the Cold Steel.
The Cold Steel Espada. That thing's just a beast, dude. So yeah, I'm weird. But this is what someone would carry for, self-defense or whatever. We're talking about fantasy stuff here. So. You're not gonna go carrying fucking 6 knives on your legs, or I wish I could carry this.
He said, I don't even know if you know how many you're carrying.
Oh, I know how I'm carrying.
They're coming out of nowhere. Don't watch them.
But this is my normal fast draw rig. And if society was cooler, I would carry this everywhere. I wore this to I wore this to an Indian powwow where everybody's dressed up as Indians and, pre-19 or pre-Civil War garb, they got all things. I walked up to the place, they're like, no, you can't bring those in. I was like, what? I could go in there, buy them, and walk out with them because they have knives and tomahawks and shit for sale there, but I can't, whatever.
Nicholas says he carries that Kershaw milk weeder every day.
It's called the what?
Kershaw milk weeder.
Milk weeder. Oh, yeah. Wow. I never knew I like this knife, man. Kershaw, they have good knives and they have some cheap knives, but I like this one, dude. I like serrations. I think they're very useful. And this knife's sharp, dude. It's stayed sharp for a very long time. 8CR13 MOV. RJ Martin design. Yeah, my mentor, Joe Dara, gave that to me. So it's got a nice grip too. That's nice machined G10,
What's your favorite blades?
Blade,
Yeah.
like
Favorite.
blade shape or blade carry or favorite knife. There's a lot of different answers there. What do you mean, bud? Like, if you're talking blade shape, it depends on what use.
He said brand.
What?
Brand.
Brand. My favorite brand.
Yeah.
Well, there's what I can afford and what I because there's a lot of knives out there that I just will not pay for. I cannot justify carrying a $500 knife in my pocket that I, because I like to use my shit. So for the price and durability, man, I got to say cold steel. I got to, man. They're so affordable. They're built so well, and they're so durable. I know a lot of people bitch about them, and I do too, about certain things, like their designs and where they're going with the company and whatnot. But man, I always go back to them. I always have a cold steel on me. I have cold steel tomahawks. I had cold steel throwing knives. Kukri. I got stuff over there, like, I've been meaning to do reviews on. So probably cold steel. I'm a big fan of Spyderco, though. There's so many high-end custom stuff like Strider.
What about Gerber?
Gerber's fine. Gerber's fine. I don't think I have any Gerbers. I have in the past. I think every major knife company has a knife design that is good, right? You can't go and say all those are trash. I'm not like huge into the whole knife world. I kind of am. I've been to Blade Show and shit. I'm going to Blade Show this year, but yeah, I just can't see myself spending like Microtech. I think Microtechs are very, very cool knives. The action on them, they're just a step above a lot of other stuff. But I cannot spend $400 to $1,000 on a pocket knife that I will probably never use. Never. I'd rather spend. Okay, so we got Microtech. That's like $600, right?
Yeah.
I'd rather buy a $45 cold steel tie light that'll do the exact same. It doesn't come out the front, but it's still a switchblade looking dagger, right? So to each his own, man. I like all knives, dude. I think they're cool. Now, if you're going blade shape, Kukri all day, just because of the performance of a Kukri. Nothing beats a Kukri. I learned all that stuff from Jason Johnson, pro knife thrower. As far as overall, like, sword shape, like, I just like katanas. I'm not a weeb or nothing. I'm not an anime nerd or nothing, but just katanas are just, they're so cool.
Do you have a KG pocket knife?
KG? Mm-hmm. KG. Can you elaborate? Sorry, man. I don't know all the terms.
That's Coco Catfish.
I do not. I'd be interested in learning about them, though. My email is fulltangclan@gmail. If you want to send me some links or stuff. There's so many knife makers out there, dude. Forge and Fire and all those TV shows really blew up the knife world, didn't they?
Mm-hmm. Kendall Gray.
No. I'll be honest, man. I don't have a whole lot of high-end stuff. Because I said I like to use my stuff, and I can't justify spending that much money on something that I'm not going to use. Even the high-end throwing knives that I have been gifted to me by either the maker or someone that I know that's close to me. So, yeah, I got a bunch of knives that I've never even thrown that just go on my trophy shelf. But let's get back into throwing something. What do you want? How about we just do some, I don't know, underhand or something? See how they're all in a line? I did not move. All I did was change my release slightly. It's the same arm movement. They're in the exact same line. you can kind of see the angle you're throwing from. What are we, about 20 minutes in now?
You're 36 minutes in.
Holy shit.
It asks if you're able to throw an ice pick. That'd be pretty easy. Yeah. You got one?
Yeah, I got one right here.
Okay.
So I have this. I got a friend on, oh, where'd it go?
You had one.
I got a friend on Instagram that goes by Gray Ghost Tools. And, damn it, where'd it go? He sent me a Matco tool that was repurposed and reshaped and turned into an ice pick. Damn, where is it?
I don't know, but they also want a screwdriver.
It's the green handle. I got screwdrivers. I got, yeah, probably 30 of those. Damn, I don't know where that's at right now. I got it, dude. I got it. So this ice pick and a screwdriver is the exact same thing. I'll just go ahead and grab a few screwdrivers as well. An ice pick is just basically a sharpened screwdriver, but this is the Matco ice pick. And just the handle shape, it's ergonomically made for, I don't know, it had some kind of hook on the end of it. Maybe some of you mechanics or something would recognize this. But the way the handle's shaped, just really fine point. Had much more finer point when I got it, but throwing it. But this just lays in your hand just perfectly for a bow shuriken grip. This thing's nasty, dude. Nasty. It sinks so deep. And I'll try to give you that good, straight over the shoulder is a great view for the viewer, so you can kind of see the flight path really well. That was a bad throw. But an ice pick, this isn't a real ice pick, but it's, but it's the exact same thing as a screwdriver, right? It's handle heavy, nice ergonomic grip. You can still do the same amount of damage to someone without armor on with a flathead or a Phillips. But yeah, they're all the exact same thing, basically. Not nearly as good penetration, obviously. Ooh, this one's gonna be tough. Why? This has got a very thick shaft and a lighter handle, so the balance point is a lot different. It's still further back, but there's so much weight outside of my hand, it's gonna have to be a different technique. I'll throw this one last, so you'll see. But I got two more. Oh, that one felt weird too. That one we modified, but this one here, I won't be able to put too much velocity on it. It'll be like a lazy throw, you'll see.
So one of the guys said he doesn't understand because it doesn't spin in the air.
Right. So what I'm doing, we call no spin, which I call anti-spin, because that's what you're doing. You're countering the spin, you're retarding the spin. Most of the stuff that you've seen in movies and stuff, everybody grabs whatever, the knife by the handle, and they flip it through the air, right? And then it shows it flying through the air like this. Well, technically, no spin. We are throwing like this, and I'm actually starting to throw right about there. Usually about right there, depending. So you're taking your fingertip and you're brushing just behind the balance point to counter, retard the spin. And by the way, I'm bringing the word retard back because that's what I'm doing. We're retarding the spin.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, so also something you should know about no spin, anti-spin, whatever you want to call it, it's instinctive. I can do it here, I can do it there. It doesn't matter. With rotational throwing, you need to know your spot. You need to be within an inch or two without, there's a couple different variables there, but let me.
So he said, is it a half spin?
No, because I'm holding this end. Whenever you hold the handle side, it'll always be no spin. Well, that's not true either, but it'll always be a quarter spin from wherever. And I'll show you a half spin in a moment.
And yes, he's thrown a mini shovel.
What?
One of the gentlemen wants to know if you've thrown a mini shovel.
Oh yeah, yeah. So if you're holding onto the handle, like I said, it's usually a no spin, as long as it doesn't rotate. Now, there's also a half spin throw, and a half spin comes from whenever you hold the blade side, which there's no blade on this side, but it's the same thing as holding a knife from the tip. I'm just going to demonstrate. Overhand is not as easy for me because these are round. I mean, yeah, I can do it, but it's easier for me to do it and to demonstrate. I'm holding the blade side like this. And it's just turning 1/2 turn. I'll try to do it real slow. That was proper turn. I wish this would be a lot easier if I could turn the camera horizontal and put you guys to the side so you can really see the flight path. But I have many, many, many videos on my channel here talking about all this stuff. So if you want to learn more stuff in depth, or you have more questions that I don't answer here on the live, you can go there. But
So after we asked the mini shovel, then somebody wants to see you throw a real size shovel.
I'd have to go to my other barn to get a shovel, but I have I have a Spetsnaz shovel. You guys want to see a real Spetsnaz shovel, not the cold steel one. The cold steel one I have broke, but I have a real Spetsnaz shovel. So just give me a minute. And if you guys don't mind, give me 2 minutes, man. I'm gonna go pee real quick. I'm sorry. I'll be right back, guys.
Run, go get it. I'm watching their comments. He'll be back in just a minute. Don't tell him to throw a microwave. He probably really would try and figure out how to do that. We are in North Manchester, Indiana. And we host Danger Fest in Pierceton, Indiana.
September 20th.
Which is September 20th and 21st, 22nd this year.
Okay.
Oh, who am I? They want to know who I am. I guess they don't know who I am.
Oh, sorry. Who's talking is my girlfriend, Alicia, the moderator. Like I said, I got to keep you guys in check. So it's just easier for me if she reads all your comments and tells me the important ones. That way I have a chance to answer all you guys, because there's no way to get through all these questions. But,
Oh, you do have them in a shovel. Okay.
yeah, so this looks identical to the Cold Steel Special Forces shovel, but this is a real Spetsnaz shovel. You can tell this is from 1980s, 84 or 85, I believe. Has the original stamp. The original stamp right there. I'll be honest, it's not my favorite. The Cold Steel one comes a little bit sharp. This one has a complete false edge. I never took the time to put an edge on it. They also make titanium ones that are even lighter. Like a lot of guys that do survival stuff really enjoyed buying the titanium ones. Unfortunately, they sold out on Delta to Alpha almost immediately. And by the way, these were available there. They are no longer available there because of the, I don't know if you guys heard, but Russia's like attacking Ukraine. So There's like sanctions on shit. We can't get any of the Russian knives and stuff anymore, which, you know. But yeah, it's just a regular thrower. But see, I don't like this as much.
There you go.
It'll stick. It doesn't stick as well as I had hoped. And by the way, I saw a legit video from Ukraine. A Russian soldier was in his trenches. This was like 3 or 4 days ago. He had ran out of ammunition, and Ukrainians are using drones now with bombs attached to them. Really clever. I'd hate to be in war in this time of age. That'd be terrifying. But he was out. He was out of ammunition. Had nothing left but his Spetsnaz shovel. And that drone came in, was going to get him, man, and that guy just chucked that shovel right at that drone, and he didn't get him. He almost got the drone. It was pretty cool. So they're useful. They are for throwing. They actually use throwing in war. That wasn't a great example, but it was a last-ditch effort. And what if he would have knocked down that drone? He would have lived another day. But I think the video ended with him blowing up.
All right.
But yeah, they're okay. They're not my favorite. Maybe I need to put a little bit of edge on this thing, but I've thrown it. See, it doesn't want to stick that well. I've thrown it quite a bit. Oh, now throwing this no spin sucks. It's just so hard to maintain the proper angle. You know what? No spin's not great. But let's see if I can do a half spin. I can half spin anything. So. Dude. I just said I could half spin anything, so. There we go. But as a real shovel, you know, this thing's pretty rad. And if it was titanium, that would definitely go in my backpack. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool toy. Or tool, sorry. So how much time we got? We got 12 minutes. And by the way, shout out to the O'Reilly boys in North Manchester, Indiana. I appreciate you guys helped me out with my truck this week. One of them was actually a subscriber, so I'm not sure if you're watching, dude, but thank you. We got a few minutes left. You guys got any more questions, or do you want to see me do a trick shot? Let me know. Outdoor boys. No. Oh man, we got some Middle East watchers. Is that Arabic? That's cool. I have a friend who lives in Saudi Arabia that throws.
Trick shot. And then do you have?
A Luzon. Dude, I don't. And I almost pulled the trigger on one of those the other day. I need to get one because they are so affordable. And if they're half as good as the Tylite, as far as the lockup, or the Espada, then I'm going to get one because they make the big one for like $40. And I thought it would be really cool to have for videos and stuff. So it's on my list, and stick around. I'm probably going to get one.
Trick shot. It's voted.
Oh, we got a Russian. I've been throwing consistently for about 11 years now. I mean, consistently, you know. But I technically I taught myself how to throw in 2008, but I've been competing and throwing professionally for almost 11 years now. But
all right.
Okay, let's do a trick shot.
They want to see it. Get throwing, they said. Oh, shit. Well, all right. Guess we'll do another.
That was a close one. That was a close one.
Deb said, hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Deb, you're a fan. Biggest fan.
Hey, man. Sometimes it be like that.
They said do that again.
Trick shots, knife throwing is tough in general. So when you got a trick shot to it, man, that feels good to be able to do it first try. And depending on the distance and the technique you're using, you know, it happens more often than not, but I like to test myself. Like, if you go back and watch a lot of my videos, I'm doing really hard shit, like stuff that no one's ever been done before. I like to really push the envelope. I haven't been doing a whole lot of trick shots lately, but been having fun throwing knives regardless. But yeah, let's try. That was no spin. Let's do a half spin now. And, you know, no spin, my grip is like this. Half spin, I'm just gonna flip it around. Basically the exact same grip, it's just making a half rotation. Oh. Which is, I'll be honest, this distance for me, this way, is a little more difficult because I'm so close. I have to snap my wrist more. Yeah. I'll do it. I'll get it done. Let me find a can.
Oh, you need a can? Okay.
Okay, like I said, a little close. This will be. Ooh, almost got that
Almost
fucker.
got it. You need another can?
Oh, that was close, dude.
You need another can?
Oh, yo, it went in the mouth. You see that hole? Look at that. Look at that, dude. Oh, I almost got it first try. That was close. That was pretty cool. Yeah, I need a couple more cans, babe.
I got it.
Gotta wipe all the moisture off.
There you go, babe.
Thank you, baby.
There's two just in case.
Yep. Man, that would have been cool if I would have got that. Still hit my target though, right? So a little backstory and history for you on the knife throwing trick shots. Knife throwing trick shots have been around for a very long time. The first person to actually come out and do it with a can, tossing a can in the air and pinning
Nice.
it,
Cool.
was Jason Johnson, pro knife thrower. He did that back in, I believe it was 2015, the first time any of us ever saw it. And he originally called it the can trick. You hear a lot of people calling it, you know, I call it pinning a can. Some people call it a knife catch or whatever they call it, capture. But it's all basically the same thing. It all came from Jason Johnson. Oh, bad toss, bad throw.
What is a blade that is challenging to throw?
Anything that has a pommel on the handle. Pommels are stupid. They're great for retention. That's what they're made for, so they don't fall out of your hand. But for throwing, anything with the pommel, such as the good example that I could come up, the best example I can come up with is the Cold Steel Gladius machete. It's cool as shit, great for cutting, but that big pommel on the end is just terrible. I hate it. But I can throw anything with a point pretty decent. Gotta snap my wrist. Overhand's tough this close.
I don't think you have tried this. Have you ever tried to throw the sewing needles, like the knitting needles? I don't think we ever.
Knitting needles?
Like, yeah, they're like the longer pointed.
I don't think I've ever thrown one, but
I was gonna say, I don't think we've ever
I
had
know I
them.
can.
Right.
All right, I'm gonna switch to underhand. Still half spin. I'm still holding it by the blade. Still making a half rotation. No, but I have thrown needles. Anything light, anything below like 80 grams is very difficult to throw. Especially with any kind of velocity. I don't know if you guys have ever thrown a baseball or a tennis ball, even lighter, but you have some weight we'll go and try that with a ping pong ball. You can injure yourself throwing a ping pong ball because there's no weight there's no resistance.
Oh.
Oh! Okay. Now, see, that one's interesting because the tip didn't get it, but the knife did this way, so it kind of just folded it. And if you're trying trick shots at home, bent knives or bent cans, dented cans are much more difficult.
I got you a new one.
No, I got another one. Just gonna try to use this one though. How much time?
4 minutes.
Okay. 4 minutes to stick this. Ooh. I'm just trying to stick with the whole on time at 6, done in an hour. I think it's been working well. It must be working well if other people are copying me.
And Thomas had noted, I think when you were talking about your challenging knife, he put almost every Bowie knife.
Bowie?
He put, yeah, almost every Bowie knife. I'm not sure.
Is difficult or easy? Because
don't
I
know.
throw the shit out of some Bowies.
Bowies, yeah.
My favorite knife to throw, other than the cleaver, is a Bowie. They're just manly. I have many Bowie knife throwers. And they don't have a pommel though, so it's different with the thrower. See, I even have some with a guard, but just straight handle. You know, you don't want any obstruction. Even a curved handle, I do not like. As long as I can throw a curved handle, as long as it's not curved too much. But this is the Bullseye Seeker by Bill Page. Unfortunately, he passed away a few years ago, so you can't get these anymore. But yeah.
Have you tried throwing a karambit?
Karambits. I think I've thrown a friend of mine's karambit, but karambits, they're curved really hard. I can throw it. I can throw anything with a point. Those are probably one of the worst designs of all the knives to throw because there's just a small percentage of area to stick the knife, really.
All right, you got about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes.
Oh. Come on, knife. Go to your home.
Oh.
I was really hoping my buddy was going to come over today because I was gonna show you guys some live impalement. I was gonna throw knives around my buddy.
Do you want me to do it?
No,
Okay.
not right now. We might do it next week.
Okay.
Really get the internet going.
Right.
Okay.
Here we go.
Ow!
I would say that's a.
I just had to slow down, think about what I'm doing.
Right, I'd say on that one final one, they wanted to
That feels
know.
pretty good.
How about tactical knives? Are you throwing with tactical knives? Probably.
I've thrown, yeah, tactical knives. I would kind of consider this a tactical knife. I got the big boy of this. Anything that's concealed, you know. Oh, that was the other cold steel I didn't show you guys. I had a neck knife on me the whole time. I forgot.
I forgot you didn't show that one. All right, babe.
Please throw a chair. I did. You got to watch a couple videos back, man.
They love that. That's why they want you to do it, because they loved it.
All right, one last bonus.
Yeah, it was up earlier that they loved the chair video.
The problem is I destroyed my it only took me 2.5 chairs. Or 1.5, sorry, 1.5. No, I don't have too much faith in this, guys, to be honest. But I'll try it for you guys. I appreciate you guys watching. By the way, I do this every week.
6 o'clock.
Every Thursday at 6 o'clock Eastern time. And we are going to start to be giving $100 a month for my sponsor, D2A, Delta to Alpha, www.deltatoalpha.com. If you're on the website, use code FullTangClan, just like the channel name, for a discount. But, yeah, hopefully this works. Okay.
Good thing
They just don't make them like they used to, you know? Shit. You know how pissed your dad gets when you're fucking with his tools? Imagine your mom sees you throwing her fucking chairs. Oh, man, I tweaked it. That was close. I almost got it. All right, one more. Damn it.
It's tweaked, but you can still try it. Maybe.
Yeah, it doesn't hold its shape now. All right, here we go. I underspun it, right? Yeah.
Logan said, I don't think the tactical chair is surviving the next toss. Yeah, no, it's all right.
Oh, that was pretty close.
I would say
Anyway.
that's a good rip.
I appreciate you guys all watching. If you got any entertainment out of this video, I appreciate, fucking like, comment, share, all that gay shit.
Okay.
But I'll see you guys next week at Thursday if you want to hop on here. I appreciate you guys watching. Full Tank Clan, peace.